Crypto is going crazy, specifically Bitcoin and meme coins and a few other narratives such as artificial intelligence. But if you are new to crypto, you won't want to miss this video. And if you are not new to crypto, you'll also not want to miss this video. If you are just coming into crypto now, you are late to the party, but not too late to the party. You are still getting here before the rest of the party, or the best part of the party. So congratulate yourself at having vision and being able to see what is going on and getting here before most everyone else shows up. Because when most everyone else shows up, it's time to be exiting. And that point is not here yet. And it is going to be a very exciting ride between then and now. Now, I'm going to speak off the cuff in parts of this video. So know that this video is not financial advice to you. You are here and you are swimming in the deep, shark-infested waters of the early stage crypto business investing. There are companies who fail. There are companies that get their funds hacked, and even some companies that are outright scams. And if you're not careful, you could also get your funds hacked. No, this is dangerous territory. The smart crypto investors use research on companies and the teams to mitigate those risks, as well as research on how to protect your funds from hackers. Because if you are successful here, it is like skin diving for gold in the shark-infested waters. Now, those that are already in crypto for a while, smart move that you're still here. Because the next part of this cycle is going to be the most exciting part of it, and you're about to experience massive gains. So let's take a look at where we are on the chart of Bitcoin, because it is massively exciting. This is Bitcoin's chart, and as you see, it absolutely broke to the upside here. Now, keep in mind, this level here was a very psychological level, just barely below previous highs. It broke to the upside, and we pushed all the way to $93,000 today. Realize that there's a big psychological level. When Bitcoin breaks 100,000, that's when the majority of people really take note of crypto. And then they look deeper in it because they realize that there must be something about Bitcoin that I didn't realize, or it would not have hit this price. And that's when they start to become aware of what Bitcoin is. And that's when they start getting interested in crypto. And then they throw massive amounts of money into it. So if you're here now, you're here before that point, and you're smart. Well, that's where we are now. Notice, though, that at first, well, within the crypto space, different things run at different times. And here are the narratives within the larger crypto ecosystem that usually run first. First is Bitcoin, and Bitcoin is like a digital reserve asset, similar to like a digital gold. So it does a pretty good job at holding its value so far long term, and there's reasons to believe that will continue, because in many ways, Bitcoin as a digital reserve is better than gold as a digital reserve. Gold, you can't move very easily without it being dangerous. You definitely can't take it to different countries easily. That's very expensive, very hard to secure to do, whereas Bitcoin you can send anywhere in the world in a matter of minutes for not a very expensive fee. Now, with Bitcoin, you can't melt it down and make watches with it. Okay, you can't make rings out of it, can't make jewelry out of it. So in that way, gold is superior to Bitcoin. In many other ways, Bitcoin is superior to gold. Well, Bitcoin usually runs first, as well as at the same time, usually some of the major altcoins like Solana and even Cardano is getting in on the action and running. And with that, also meme coins. Meme coins, like people that don't know anything about crypto, the first place they usually come into is meme coins for whatever reason. Just because they're fun, there's not much to understand because crypto can be overwhelming to new people getting experience here. And memes, there's nothing really to understand. It's just a way of gambling. And so a lot of money initially cascades into the meme coins. Then things start cascading through the different crypto narratives. And here are some of the different crypto narratives that are interesting. There's blockchain gaming. Some examples are Myria, Gala, Axie Infinity, Ronin, etc. Many games here. There's a number that I'm interested in the greater space. You can check out the history of my channel to see a bunch of those that I've covered, because I think blockchain gaming is going to revolutionize gaming, and the idea of ownership that blockchain introduces inside of games is going to be one of the biggest revolutions in gaming in the coming years. Another narrative is decentralized physical infrastructure. Some examples of this are Render, Arweave, Iagon, etc. Many more in this space. Those are just a few. Another narrative within crypto that I find very interesting is digital collectibles. Some of the tokens associated with digital collectibles are like the Flow token, OMI, Immutable X is involved in this space, the Wax token. These are some of the tokens associated with projects in that narrative. Another narrative that I find very compelling is decentralized finance, or DeFi. Some of the big players in DeFi are Aave and Compound, etc. This isn't meant to be an exhaustive list of all the projects in the space, just a few examples. Another very compelling narrative is decentralized science. And some of the players in that space are Research Coin, and another one that I personally like, which is Genome. Now, these are many of the most important narratives and just a few of the projects inside those narratives. So hopefully you're here to learn how to become a millionaire through crypto, and there is no better place to be. I realize prices are highly volatile, and I believe in the coming year, they're going to swing massively to the upside. Massively. What then almost always follows is that they swing massively to the downside. And if you play these swings well, you can make millions. If you don't, you can lose everything you have invested. Everything. So how do you play things smart? Well, that is the $10 million question, because playing them smart can make you millions more than that. There are different ways to play this. Now, the number one play that most take in the crypto space is what I call FOMO investing. This ends poorly, and I would categorize this as a major reason most do terrible in crypto. So let me share with you what FOMOing means. We get this fear of missing out. And some friend of ours comes to us and tells us about some token that they bought, and the price is up 50 times what they bought it at. Well, shoot, I want in on that action. Well, I look at the charts and it's been going up. Oh my gosh, it's just going to keep going up is what everyone is saying. And that's not usually how it happens. So we have fear of missing out, and we buy high. And maybe if we're lucky, it continues going up a little bit higher. But because we have our mindset that it's going to do another huge increase from there, we don't take profits. And before we know it, it's reversed to below a level we bought at. And then we either panic sell then, or we continue to watch it decline for a while, and then we panic sell later. This is what happens to people who come late in this game, or they buy late in the game. And this is why 89% of people do not do well in crypto, because the number one way that people invest in crypto is FOMO investing, and it almost always ends very poorly. Number two way that people invest in crypto is sentiment analysis. Now, if you've been in crypto for a long while and you make or have made solid contacts to help you gauge which direction the winds are turning, and you can get there first, the people that I know that do this well have been in crypto for 6 to 12 years. They have massive contacts in crypto, and they have massive influence through Twitter or YouTube. Unfortunately, this isn't very effective for most people 1 to 4 years in crypto. You just don't have the contacts and connections to know from all the influencers which direction they're really going to push things to go. And so though this is a way some make a lot of money through crypto, it's not accessible to you if you're new without massive influence. Well, another way, or number 3 on the list of ways to make money in crypto or to approach it, is the research fundamental investing. Now, this is where I see the most successes of people in crypto. Myself and most of the people I know that became millionaires through crypto investing used this approach, and it has the highest success rates. First, you're looking at crypto narratives that haven't exploded yet. That's the important part of this. And then you're using research on the different projects, the teams behind those projects, and that the places that these companies have within the narrative inside of crypto that they're building in to determine what you feel their chances to succeed are. And then taking thoughtful positions in those that you feel they have the strongest chances to succeed, balanced with what their potential upside is. Now, if you haven't seen my videos on my top 5 picks, subscribe to this channel and go to the video history and watch them. I tell you in those videos why I like them and what it is that I like about them. This is not an endorsement of what you should pick. What you pick is 100% up to you. That is what I like based on the prices at the time and what I felt the risks were based at the time I made those videos. But the prices haven't changed much yet on those. So they fall right in the same categories when I covered them about a month ago. Now, if you're looking for a crash course to catch you up to speed, you're looking for my Zero to Crypto Hero course. Here's a quick explanation of what that is about. You are right. Crypto is the most exciting technology since the invention of the internet. Investing in crypto can make you massive gains, but were you aware that most people in crypto have mediocre to bad results? There are 5 things to avoid doing wrong and 3 things to make sure you are doing right, or crypto is not going to go for you like you want it to go. I've been in the crypto space for 7 years, and I've seen what most do that do it wrong. And I've also seen what most do that are massively successful in crypto and what they are doing differently. Now, I was able to retire in 2021 after just 4 years because of crypto. And I want to show you how you can make that happen for you too. Now, take my Zero to Crypto Hero course if you want to be part of the 5% of people that make life-changing wealth from crypto. Yeah, so this market is just taking off now. Now, this course, there is a link to it below. There is also a code so you can get 50% off the cost of the course. Look, with the market taking off now, smart picks are going to change your finances for forever if you make smart picks. You're at the right place and at the right time. If you also do the right things in the coming 6 months, you can change your finances forever. I hope you make some good picks. Now, when I was new to crypto 7 years ago, I just followed whatever YouTube channels because I thought anyone who had a YouTube channel, especially the bigger the audience they had, they must know what they're talking about. It doesn't play out that way, but that's what I thought. And it took me a long time to learn that things play out very, very differently. Often the largest audiences in YouTube, they get the largest audiences by talking about the projects that are really, really hot. So, for example, if something's already gone up 50x, is it fair to say that the token is hot? Yes. The token's hot. Tons of people are searching for it because they think it's going to continue forever. It doesn't play out that way. So a good way to grow a really big crypto YouTube audience is by talking about what has already gone up 10x, 40x, 50x, 100x, because you get tons of views, you get tons of subscribers, and your channel growth will go crazy. Now, if you're actually investing in buying those tokens yourself, you will get absolutely wrecked, and your audience will most likely get wrecked too. So that is a way to grow a really big YouTube channel. That doesn't usually work out for people as a very successful investment strategy. That's what I categorized as #1 investment strategy, and most people use, 89% use that, and I call that FOMOing in. Bad way to do it. The way to make meaningful funds is using research to buy when things are cheap and sell when they're expensive, not buy when they're expensive, hoping they go up more. And that's what I cover more in the course. That's what I cover in this channel. Do you have to take this course? No. There are 4 years of videos now that I've made in this channel, and I talk about all these things. So you can just watch through 4 years of videos and essentially glean from there the different things. So if you don't have the money for the course, but you have lots and lots of time, that is one way you can accomplish the same thing while learning all these lessons going through it. Well, if you're like me, my time is money. And so for me, like coming in this course, I wish that there was just a course that I'd done. I would have paid 10 times what my course costs to learn that information and have a shortcut to it. Many of you might fall in there. Great. If you haven't already, subscribe to this channel because I cover things from an investment perspective. Look, the amount of money I make on YouTube is not even meaningful to me. I did create this channel for a very specific reason. I'm an investor in crypto. Number one, I wish there was a channel like this in crypto. There used to be one, but it's a terrible way to make money on YouTube covering things that are underpriced. And the reason is, though everyone thinks I want to buy low and sell high, well, when things are underpriced, nobody is searching for those individual projects. So say I cover an individual project that is massively undervalued, that video is going to get almost no hits. Now, I can put in the title massively undervalued and still it's not going to get very many hits. Number two, it doesn't seem fun to invest when prices are low. And so a lot of people will jump out of the video early. And so YouTube's algorithm absolutely punishes covering undervalued coins. But you know what absolutely rewards covering undervalued coins? Results. Results. So I don't make my money from YouTube. I make my money through my own investing and have. That's how I've made it rich. Not through YouTube like revenues or sponsors and all that. That is how most content creators have actually made all their money, and not through their own investments. So when I started this channel, I realized pretty quickly I wasn't going to make much money on YouTube covering undervalued coins, and that was okay because what it did give me access to was better information from the teams themselves because I had a YouTube channel. And that's a lot of what I share with you. Now, if you join our private Discord, and you can only join that by joining the Patreon link below, then connecting up, it should allow you to connect up to your Discord, to our private Rainmaker Discord. That is where you're going to be able to connect up. And often there are private interviews in there, non-public interviews with some of these teams. That was the kind of information I was looking for. Now, often we get information that isn't publicly aware. Now, it's not information that can't be disclosed, but most of the public isn't aware of it. And that is the massive value having a YouTube channel has brought me, but not only me. I've been able to open up to our community so that we get some of the best information. And let me share with you how valuable that information can be. In 2019, I bought land in a video game that was being developed, a blockchain video game. And I invested about $4,100 into this. Now, it was a bear market, 2019, January of 2019 specifically. And the project didn't really do well, start to really do well until March of 2021. So for the following 2 years, the price of that land pretty much went down, and it became, my $4,100 investment went to about $800. But then when the narrative started to hit for that and people were talking about blockchain gaming, the price of that land started going crazy, like crazy. And I was able to sell it about 100x up. So it went from $4,100 to $800 to $400,000. Amazing. Now, there was a pending decision on when they launched the initial land sale. They said 2 years from now, we will do our second land sale because we're only selling a quarter of the land now, and we still have 3/4 hasn't been released. So 2 years from now, we'll sell another quarter of the land. So around that time, I realized, oh my gosh, the number of land plots is about to double. And therefore, the price is probably going to tank because they said when they do the next sale, the initial land price will be 15% above what the current land price is. But prices had escalated so much, that floor price would have been massively below. Now, had I had a big enough YouTube channel, been able to reach out to the team and actually get an answer, I would have been able to learn that they had already decided not to do the following land sale yet, that they were going to do that later. I didn't have access to the team. I didn't have access to that information, so I had to sell at $400,000. Now, cool. I made amazing money. That was great. Terrific. It went over the following 6 months to $12 million if you include what the excess token that I got because I had the land and an early buyer was worth Yeah, so I sold early, and I sold early because I had just what was publicly available, but they had already made that decision. And had I had access to the team behind it, I probably would have been able to learn that they weren't going to do the other land sale. And when that became public knowledge is when the land really, really pumped. And I would have been able to hold a lot longer and made a lot more from that investment. So you can see the value of private information. And that's one of the reasons I put so much work in the YouTube channel, because is it really worth my time for what YouTube pays me? No. Selling the courses, cool. That's just a way. I find when people get things for free, they don't value them well. When people pay for things, then they put the appropriate value. Although the course is really discounted from what the true price should be and what the knowledge behind it is worth. But some people will take it up on it and you will value it so much more because you had to pay for it. And some people will pass up on that information and they will never know how much better they could have done. Cool. That's just the way it's going to be. All right, guys. Well, you're in the right place and you're in the right time. I'm really excited for how this next 6 months to 12 months is going to go. Keep in mind, the pendulum swings too far each way. We've just finished like the bull market or the bear market, and we're off in the early bull market with Bitcoin and meme coins, a few things taking off. It's going to continue running for a while. Remember, just as in the bear market, things swung too far to the downside, we're going to swing too far to the upside, and then it's going to reverse massively. So don't forget to take profits as things are going crazy, because it will not continue for forever. See you soon.